Hello, homeowners. Have you plugged into your local farm? What if I told you it's right in your backyard? What once was gardening, in the current context, could mean tax incentives to suburban communities just like the one you're living in. And with the right alignment with your neighbors and the right motivation, you just might be in production. Let's take Missouri, for instance. The state legislature introduced House Bill 642 on April 10, 2025. It allows taxpayers to claim a tax credit for eligible expenses related to construction and development of urban farms. In Jackson County, there's a long-standing reputation of food sovereignty. People grow food in their backyard. The Farm Service Agency reports that the most profitable agricultural product is flowers. In a survey conducted by Southeast Missouri State University, over 500 homeowners were asked if they would pay for locally grown organic flowers. But where would they get them from? Surprisingly, the respondents didn't know the difference between the local farmers market and the local farm stand. These results come on the heels of the grand opening of Green Street Farmers Market, a $43 million project that began in the early 2010s. The survey finds that although 60% of the respondents agreed that agriculture is a positive industry and good for the economy, 40% expressed reservations. How could a local supply of flowers be trustworthy? Where does it come from? Who's growing it? Despite a 75% response rate, the data suggests that consumers are skeptical. They're skeptical about organic markets and the value of goods sold there. It might just be specific to suburban lifestyle, however. Consumers, when asked to identify their urban farmer in their neighborhood, their confidence rose from 40% to 60%. This trend is likely to do with organic flower production would offset the perception that farmers are selling at the expense of taxpayer dollars in government development projects like Green Street. It's not local. It's a big outdoor market, a mixed-use space of indoor and outdoor vendors. And the Lee's Summit Farmers Market is exactly that. Is there a rock concert? Is it an outdoor market? Or are there farmers there? In a neighborhood where man-made lakes give beautiful sunset views along golf courses, and the average half acre to 1 acre of a manicured lawn is well maintained, and property taxes and property values are pretty stable, it might be difficult to conceive a flower farm stand in a cooperative flower farm neighborhood. However, that's exactly what House Bill 642 proposes. Instead of planning an annual garden tour, consumers can really get behind a common value of not chemically treating their green spaces. There's tax advantages to being a flower stand on my property. Sounds good, but there's little knowledge of how a collective of personal farm stands in the suburbs could have a positive economic impact to the neighborhood. So it's important to begin to change the narrative that the neighborhood farmer is actually you and your neighbor, and you all have more plentiful production of crops at a higher quality for the same or slightly higher price than the vendor at the large event venue that taxpayer dollars spent on. The strategy is to ensure that farmers are identified with how, what, and where they can grow instead of where they can be seen. Get to know your farmers. Develop your own small farm where you are. Take advantage of tax credit initiatives with your community in a cooperative farm revenue plan.